Okay, so a while back the WWE mentioned they might try to sue CM Punk for breach of contract for him essentially refusing to work from January into June. That kind of came and went. They more or less let him retire. They kept on cutting him checks up until the time that his contract expired. Now that his contract has expired, the E apparently is no longer sending him any royalty checks. So he's buying CM Punk merchandise after the time he was moved to the alumni page. He hasn't gotten the same amount. In some cases, he's gotten nothing in the way of the merchandise that they're selling with his likeness on it. As well as not getting anything from the 2K14 game, or I think that's the most recent one, that came out that actually had a storyline mode where it was about CM Punk and John Cena. So he's featured very heavily in there. And he really hasn't gotten any of the royalties from it. So now Punk is suing the E, potentially. He had his lawyers constantly trying to figure out what's going on. You know, when he left a bad taste in the E's mouth, very much. You know, it was a less than professional thing to do. You know, he was beat up, he was tired, he thought he should have been in a more high-profile match, even though, let's be honest, when it comes to last year's Mania, well, this year's Mania, you had the title picture, which is your main event, a match with The Undertaker, and the Triple H match. Those are three of your bigger matches. He wasn't going to be in the main event, he wasn't taking on The Undertaker, so he was going to be taking on Triple H, which would have been actually a pretty solid match, because the last time they feuded was horrible. He decided he was just too beaten up and was tired of it and kind of decided to walk away. Actually, from things that Paul Heyman said, he was beaten up and tired quite some time ago. And this time he was just done. You know, could he have made a show up at Payback when they were in Chicago? He very easily could have gotten in the ring, said, you know, I'm only here because I live 10 minutes away. You know, I'm too beaten up, I'm done. You know, thank you for cheering my name, but I'm done. So, yeah, I gave you guys some great matches, some great memories. Thank you. Leave me alone. But instead, he had a kind of bizarre elimination at the Royal Rumble, and that was it. So I could see why Vince, very prideful guy, probably kind of pissed, wants to take him out a little bit on Punk. Mr. Levesque, probably also kind of pissed because he was going to have a feud with Punk, and Punk was like, no, I don't want to be in a match with you. So, you know, is it kind of an underhanded move to be like, well, we're just not going to pay you royalties. We were thinking about suing you for breach of contract. Maybe instead you'll sue us, and then when we get into court, we can be like, well, you do this, that, and the other thing, and try to win a slightly more underhanded sort of court case. Either way, it's not going to endear them to a lot of fans.